I'm going to need you to imagine this. You're hosting a party and everything's going to be perfect. You've got the perfect decorations, you've found the venue, and now all that's left is the food. You've already got the cake, and you know that out of the 731 guests invited, roughly a third of them are vegetarian. Vegetarian sandwiches cost $8, the beef ones cost $7. How much is everything going to cost in total? So would you rather pull out a pencil and paper and spend the next few minutes solving this? I'm sure you guys all could. Or would you rather use one of these? Solve it quickly and get back to making more important decisions. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with what this is. A calculator. Invented in 1960 something, and how significant of an invention it was. It got rid of the repetitive tasks and allowed us to spend more time on harder math. Now let's ask ourselves this. Did this invention hinder the next generation's ability to do math? No. While it was a tool, they still had to learn how to add, multiply, subtract, divide. The calculator didn't get rid of the need to understand math at all. If anything, it enhanced it by giving people more time to focus on deeper solutions rather than having to solve the same tedious calculations over and over and over. And now we're on the edge of a somewhat similar situation, except rather than just solve problems, we're experiencing technology that can assist us in almost every task we engage in. Artificial intelligence is here, and just like the calculator, it requires a change in the way we evaluate learning. So let's think about how AI is currently being used when it comes to education. It can summarize, it can bullet point our thoughts, it can provide personal tutoring, and can even help us learn new languages. We have to keep in mind, though, that just like the calculator didn't get rid of the need to understand math, artificial intelligence isn't going to get rid of the need for simple thinking. All it's going to do is give us more time to spend on higher order skills. Yet they remain these concerns, these questions. Will AI make learning obsolete? Useless? Will students become overly reliant on it? And the issue is that right now, students are being put in a difficult situation where they can either not use artificial intelligence, work hard, spend a lot of time, and get the grade they want, or use AI, spend a fraction of the effort and the time, and still get a pretty decent mark. And with so many people choosing the latter option, the pressure has never been this high. This dilemma raises the question, how can we integrate AI into education in a way that complements it rather than replace it? And the key lies in balance, neither banning AI entirely or allowing unchecked reliance on it. We have to keep in mind that it isn't going to replace learning at all. And to be honest, as long as we teach students how to use it, know how to use it, they can ensure that it doesn't replace human thought and rather complement it. And thoughtfully integrated, it can definitely leave students with a better experience that's more personalized and tailored. We also have to consider that while AI is changing education, it's also changing the workforce. And experts predict that by 2030, up to 375 million jobs will be taken or automated by artificial intelligence. This sounds pretty scary, right? I wouldn't blame you. But history tells us that with these big technological advancements, such as the Industrial Revolution or the rise of computers, although a lot of jobs are lost, whole new industries are created. And the same thing is going to happen with the rise of AI. Jobs are going to be lost, but at the same time, so many more will come up, and they're going to require a whole new skill set that we should prepare for. Skills such as adaptability, in this context, being able to use new tools and incorporating them into our problem solving. Critical thinking, because, as we know, AI can produce really convincing misinformation. Ethical awareness, to deal with the deepfake technologies and how AI can impact the algorithm. And creativity. In a world where everybody will be using artificial intelligence, those who can incorporate their own creativity and their own human insights will really have an advantage above everybody else. Now, we can already see these skills in fields such as medicine, where artificial intelligence is used in diagnostic tools. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but IBM's Watson, it's an AI where you give it the patient's symptoms and it generates a prescription or a solution. Now, does this replace doctors? No, of course not. But it assists them. And we can see that the doctors that are having the biggest influence are the ones that can take into consideration what the AI gives them, use their critical thinking skills, and use their expertise to determine what the best course of what they should do. Now, this same dynamic applies to everybody, where it won't be the people who mindlessly follow AI in the future that'll be making the biggest differences. It'll be the ones that can add on to it, that can push it to its limitations. The ones that can add human insight and creativity to the table. No, we are not facing the end of learning, and just like the calculator didn't get rid of the need to understand math, artificial intelligence is also going to change a lot of things, but don't worry, we're still going to be here. It's going to happen anyways, so let's not be afraid. Let's embrace. Let's take this as an opportunity to embrace the essence of a changing world.